Alright, I think everyone can hear me. Welcome to the stream, everyone. I am trying to make sure that I am following the times I've set. I'm a little bit early today, but that's mostly just because it is thundering outside, and I am actually very concerned that my power is going to go out. So if suddenly the stream cuts off for whatever reason, know that it is most likely because I just lost power to the house. So my name is Poetentate, but I go by Poe. Thank you all so much for deciding to join me on this Sunday. We are here with Honkai Star Rail once again, and today we are going to be doing the Lab Assistance in Position event. We're going to be focusing on this event, but I will give you an update of what I've done since you've last seen me. So as you all... Oop, wrong thing. So as you all know, on the days where I don't stream, I do still, I still log in, I still do all of my Trailblaze power and stuff like that. So I get achievements when you all aren't here. This one was pretty hard to get, so defeat the Silvermane Lieutenant without defeating any Silvermane guards. So I actually was able to defeat the Silvermane Lieutenant before he was able to summon anything, and that was pretty much because Gepard, my MVP of my team, was keeping everyone frozen the entire time. Just being like, we are not even going to allow him to summon anyone. And then the Equer, choose repetitive dialogue options 3 times. I really enjoy the dialogue ones, they're always fun. And so we're doing pretty good about keeping up with achievements. Oh, we're almost done with that one. Except for this one, but those are some high stats needed for those points. Excuse me. Also, if my voice goes out, I apologize for that in advance. My voice has been pretty janky today. And then there's not much else. As I've told you all, everybody's level 50. Everyone's light cone that has a light cone on it, because I don't have a good light cone for her yet. But everyone who has a light cone on is also at level 50. Currently working on traces. I'm a little stalled on some of the traces because I've used all of my Echoes of War for the week, so I'll have these done, but I won't have the Echo of War. So the minute I can do the Echoes of War, I'll work on them, but so far I, in the meantime, have maxed out these 3 traces outside of their Echo of War, and so I will probably, as long as we're not using our Trailblaze power for anything today, I will just max out these 3. And then, at that point, I will do the Equilibrium quest, the level up, because there's no point on just wasting my power on anything if I'm not gonna be able to use it. So we'll level it up, and then the minute the next week shows up and I can use the Echo of War again, I will go and backtrack and unlock those traces. But, as I stated, we are going to focus on this experiment quest at the Herta space station. Anything else? Oh, right, I have some messages, so let's see who's... Oh, the siblings have messaged me. So let's serve all got to say. Kalis, when you are free, I'm so bored. Come to the workshop, let's catch up. Why are you saying I'm busy? I do that with my friends all the time. Like, if they're at work and nothing's going on and I happen to have free time, I 100% just show up at their work and, like, kind of pretend like I'm doing something. And then just chat with them. So, am busy. We can catch up over text, but what made you look for me? So Pela and Gepard are both busy? What about the others? Others? Like my sister? I always forget they have another sibling. She's taking an exam in the Snow Plains. I don't even know when she's coming back. Literally always forget that they have another sibling. I got distracted by a text message. You all probably heard the alert sound. Just so you all know, I got back into Pokemon, like, really back into it. I think I talked about this last stream. And my friend literally was just like, oh, if you whenever you come over to the house again, just let us know. We can go through all the Pokemon cards and you can like take out anything you want. I'm over here just like, oh my gosh, I love it, but don't offer that to me. I'll just take all of them. Okay, anyway, now that I'm not distracted, that's sad. Yeah, I'm so lonely. The responsibility of caring for a lonely serval belongs to everyone. Cry. Okay. Gepard. Kalis, are you there? I want to ask something about the security in Belobog. Did something happen? Is it Sampo? It's probably Sampo. He can teleport. You can't do anything about that. We received a report recently saying a vehicle fired a chainsaw. Oh, I remember that Serval sent us a text being like, if anyone asks about this, it's not me. Into the Klaipoth fort and shattered a window. They think it's an attack. Have you heard any news about this? It was not me. That's the truth. That's a lie. Suggested Serval. We could do that. I did not do it, but that makes me look guilty. Only that person would mod their car to that degree. Serval, I said nothing. Didn't come out of my mouth. How should I put it? That's what my intuition tells me. You said it, not me. Regardless, I'll ask her about it. Thank you for the idea. I said nothing. You said it, not me. Gepard just wanted confirmation that he's not insane, that it's probably his sibling. That's kind of funny. Okay. Alright, let's see. Lab assistance event. Let's see what we got.
Where to now?
Wherever you're willing to take me. Love his voice so much. Alright, small child. Liars are unforgivable. Even death cannot redeem them. I'm going to finish writing this report very soon. Just you wait, Capote. What did he do? Don't you remember? You were there too. Ugh, I don't want her to live that terrible experience ever again. The only thing I could think of is that Asta one, where that guy gets revealed to be Schmarmy, the one where we're trying to find the imposter, the Hydro something. And like his assistant is exposed for like being like his assistant is like talked down upon, so she exposes him for essentially being a fraud because she's the one who answers all his fan mail, she's the one who does everything for him, and they all turned on him. Anyways, just remember that Capote is despicable. I agree. Oh, hey! Yes. I hope it's a little bit earlier for you since I'm doing it at 3 so you won't have to destroy your sleep schedule this time. Yep, I heard others say when in trouble, look for Kalis, so I thought I'd give it a try, even though I didn't know what to expect. Of course, you'll be rewarded if you help me with this task, but I just don't know if you're up to it. Oh, that's good. I'm glad that it's a little bit earlier. Unfortunately, I can't do this time on a Friday because I don't get off work until 3, or at least 3 for me, which is what it is now. But I'm glad that it's a bit earlier and a little bit easier of a time frame for you. With the right rewards, no mission is impossible. You talk big, but don't underestimate the difficulty of my assignment. On the space station, performance review requires a quarterly summary report of research projects. As you know, a lot of stuff has happened recently, and I'm a bit nervous about my research report. So, Special Assistant Kalis, your mission is to assist me in completing multiple projects efficiently and safely during this time and compiling them into reports. Don't worry, you just need to collect experimental samples and supplies for me. Just leave the rest of the research work for me. To me. That being said, let's get down to the brass tacks. The first round of experience mainly revolves around the Void Ranger Tramplers of the Antimatter Legion. The research title shall be named... let me think. It shall be named A Brief Analysis of the Force Distribution on Quadrupeded Tramplers. In addition to getting some samples on tramplers, you'll also need to collect some metal. The exact amount has been specified in this memo I wrote for you. Do Void Ranger tramplers equally distribute their weight over their legs when standing? So I guess the idea is like you would go and fight these monsters and then you would then submit these materials to her. In most cases, Void Ranger tramplers equally distribute their weight over their four legs. They will occasionally shift their weight to their hind legs and cross their front feet in a way very similar to how humans cross their legs. That should be it. Come here are your rewards. What? You don't know what this all good potion does? You can try it out for yourself. The researchers all agree that this liquid is harmless, but still, don't come blame me if anything goes wrong. How much research is there afterward? Well, if it's just submitting materials, as long as I have them, this should be a pretty quick event to get through. Maybe we won't have to focus on this very much. Okay. Does the Void Ranger Trampler's tail have an organ to suck up water? Interesting. Here, these are my report notes. Some are today's reports and some are future research plans. They're all a bit rough and messy, so just go with it. Don't even bother asking me if you can't understand, since I myself haven't figured them all out yet. Time to get to work. Your assistance was great the last time. Hope you can keep it up for this mission as well. The second round of experiments still revolves around the Void Ranger Trampler. However, the focus is no longer on its legs, but on its tail. This time around, the research topic shall be a brief analysis on the hydrophobic nature of tramplers, rear appendage. In addition to getting some samples on tramplers, you'll also need to collect some solid water. The exact amount has been specified in the memo I wrote for you. Well. Guys, so difficult. I'm at this event. It's killing me. And that's that. This report is perfect. After I submit it to the team leader, I will prepare for the next experiment. The team leader commended me for the Trampler's tail report and said that my analysis was very crafty. So it seems to be a good time for a new subject of research. How about that? That Blaze Out of Space as the research title. Well, I suppose it should be a brief analysis of the thermal properties of the extraterrestrial blaze. See, I did too when I saw it. I was very distracted by the museum event. I did think this was gonna be harder, but if it's literally just like you fight these monsters and you get the drops from them and then you turn them in, yeah, I don't feel like it's much of an event. It's literally just like a series of quests. Like, I wouldn't even call this an event. You just go along and collect materials. Leave the rest to me. Just remember to bring back more core of ice this time. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh no. How will I ever? Oh my gosh, I get like 70 stellar jade per each of these. I am gonna be eating good when Laosha drops in a few days. That means I have to wait. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Since Laosha's not dropping until like 2 or 3 days from now, but I don't stream until next Friday, I'm gonna have to wait till Friday. It can be an early birthday present for me, Cause my birthday month's coming up, July. And that's that. This report is perfect. After I submit it to the team leader, I will prepare for the next experiment. Yeah, my birthday month. July. Woo. It's early July, so that's why if I, since Saturday's the beginning of July, if I pull on Friday, I can just be like, it's birthday wishes, right? My experimental work is going very smoothly. Already more than halfway through. For the last report on the blaze out of space, the team leader said my conclusion was quite bold. A good thing I found out the team leader's favorite drink is coffee beforehand. Anyway, now it seems the performance review matter is no longer a big issue. All that's left is to hit the quota. We'll beat them at their own game and use the previous blaze out of space to study its application in metal smelting. Remember to bring more metal back this time, which is essential for this experiment. Oh no! Whatever will I do? I just can't possibly have the resources for this event. Oh, it's draining me dry. And that's that. This report is perfect. After I submit it to the team leader, I will prepare for the next experiment. I think there are 7 of these. Let's check. I can only do this voice for so long. Yeah, there's 7 of these. Let's see if I can hold out this voice. Hey, I was thinking, should I do some more avant-garde projects and venture into the lesser-known areas of study? You want to redefine the whole concept of research itself? Yep, you're right. The team leader did say something similar when he praised me for my last research report. But at the end of the day, I can't be satisfied with the current results. I need more innovation. For this reason, I consulted a lot of resources and found an experiment that can only be completed with your assistance. The experimental sample comes from a chubby robot. Yeah, I'm getting more into Valley Girl unless... Ugh, back up into my nose, let's go. Alright, I've never seen it before, but acquiring some sample materials shouldn't be an issue, right? In addition to the material... is that accent not considered Valley Girl anymore? That like, oh, what are you doing? That one? I thought... That's what we always called it when I was younger, so I'm like used to that. It is still? Okay, good. I haven't disconnected too far from it. Okay. In addition to material related to the robot, I'll also need some meteoric alloy. I'll leave this to you. Oh no, guys. I couldn't possibly have any meteoric alloy just sitting in my inventory. That would be so weird. And that's that. This report is perfect. After I submit it to the team leader, I will prepare for the next experiment. All right, 5 out of 7. 2 more. I guess we won't have to spend the entire day on the event like we were doing with the museum. I guess we'll be able to finally get back to the other events, or the other gameplay. See, I literally have not spent any of my materials on stuff. So, like, I play games, like, if it's not bolted to the floor, take it with you. My friend let me play some of their Skyrim, for those who have played it, and, like, the beginning tutorial, which should take, like, 5-10 minutes tops, literally took me, I think, 30 minutes to 45 minutes, because I would not put anything down. Like, the weight eventually gets to a point where you can't move very fast as their mechanic in Skyrim, and like literally, even though I was inching forward at a snail's pace to the point that my friend was like, please, for the love of God, drop something so you will walk faster. I was like, no, once I get to town, I can sell it and get money. And so like, I was the slowest person known in all of Skyrim, but I had a chunk of change when I finally got to the town and could sell some of it. We also ran into an issue of the fact that I didn't know that if you walked in someone's house and took their stuff, which is a normal video game mechanic, it would summon the guards. So I also became very infamous very quickly. Alright. Firstly, I need to do the inventory for reclaimed curios, then do regular quality control at the warehouse. Then I promise Adler to go find the weird thing that talks. Great, no time to write my report today either. I, Wen Xinling, am the owner of this robot project. Oh no, this sounds a bit cheeky, doesn't it? The team leader was at a loss for words after reading my last experiment report, and the other team members were also blown away and couldn't stop shaking in admiration. They might have been shaking for another reason. It's called fear. They were so impressed that they were sweating bullets. In the end, the team leader said that after I finish this round's report, they're gonna help me with funding for my independent research. Oh, I'm losing it. I can't get that high in my nose anymore. Oh. You see, they're starting to move me up now. They might be moving you up because they're afraid of this small child that's pulling resources out of thin air for very dangerous creatures and doing some interesting experiments with said ingredients. So this time, in addition to bringing me some materials for the robot, you can also bring some basic ingredients. After all, doing research can take up a lot of energy. What does she want? It's literally called basic ingredients. Is that like ramen noodles? It looks like a cube of ramen noodles, to be honest. And that's that. This report is perfect. After I submit it to the team leader, I will prepare for the next experiment. You already finished it? I mean, I've literally only, like, it's pretty fast as if you have the, like, just the materials lying around. Well, actually, I can pass the performance review without finishing this last experiment. After all, my robot project has already immensely impressed the team leader. The project report for funding application has already been submitted. This last one? Well, it's just to fill the quota. After all, the key to scientific research is rigor, so there must be no less than 7 reports. But rigor is just the foundation. The most important thing is innovation. Henceforth, the name Xinling will be forever etched into the field of science. Hey, I'm not the kind of person who forgets those who have helped me. I also noted you down as my experimental assistant, so you can wait for the lead researcher to give you your reward. Anyway, this time you can do as you please. Choose any one of the 3 research topics that have been studied before. In addition to the sample material, bring back some protein rice. Huh. The final project report revolves around the connection between protein rice and mysterious creatures. Yeah, because I'm sit here. I will read all the dialogue. Now, Genshin, I might not read all the dialogue. I don't know what it is about Genshin, but sometimes the dialogue in Genshin will literally bore me to tears. Well then, I don't know if it's just like getting reinvigorated because it's a new game, but at least when the Honkai people are talking, it seems like less boring sometimes. But in a lot of the Genshin events, or even just the gameplay sometimes, I'm just like, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Great. But I'm glad I'm glad my voiceover is being slightly helpful at least. Alright, samples and research. A brief analysis of whether Void Ranger Tramplers prefer sweet or salty food. That doesn't seem that helpful. To explore the optimal temperature for using Blaze Out of Space to make Pops protein rice. Or speculation, do robots dream of electric protein rice? I have a lot of Void Ranger stuff, so I will pick the Void Ranger one. They do not exhibit strong interest towards either sweet or salty protein ice. Maybe they just don't like protein rice? Report submitted. Now I just wait for the performance review results. Will I get a big promotion or an even bigger promotion? I'm so excited. Look, I put together some copies of the research I've done recently. You can have these, but they're for research purposes only, not for commercial use. That's pretty sweet, right? If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have gone through the trouble of preparing such a big bonus for my assistant. Yes, of course. These reports are all very valuable. No other researcher is as talented as I am. Just take a look and see if you will see. By the way, you turn out to be a pretty reliable assistant, so are you interested in working with me in the field of science? You seem pretty gifted at this. No need to be modest. With my brilliant guidance, and even someone as plain as you can have a bright future as a researcher. But no need to make a decision right away. I can wait. For now, just take this. It's the recipe for all good potion, which I formulated myself. You know the saying, get in on an artist early before they blow up. My recipe is going to be worth a lot when I become famous in the future. But this is not ready for commercial use. I haven't gotten around to applying for a safety verification yet. Oh, that's not good. I did a few experiments in private which produced consistent results. You should be fine using it on yourself. I'm a little concerned. I wonder when my funding for independent research is going to come through. Not the message from Asta, right? Were you the one who helped Win Shilling with her experiments? Yes. Didn't expect you to be so smug about it. Oh, spoil her, would you? I don't even know how her report got through the assessors to me. Anyway, I'm going to terminate the approval process for the experiment. Please refrain from participating in future scientific assessments. No, she put in that research. Fairgrounds. She did all that research and put it through the processing on Fairgrounds. Just because you don't agree with the, with what the experiments are about doesn't mean you should quash her career like that. Let's see. See, upon use, immediately regenerates 50 of max energy for a single ally. That's cool. And the best part of that event, outside of it being short and sweet, is look at all those primos. I'm still conflicted on if I should pull for Luosha or save up for imaginary Donhung. I'm still conflicted. Oh yeah, I have a lot of these, don't I? Oh. Guys, I've been playing Genshin for a very long time, okay? Alright, it's Primos. I don't care that it's just called Stellar Jade. It's even got the same color palette. Come on now. At least the Mora versus the credits is different color palettes. These things look exactly like Primos. Anyway, but as I was stating, I don't, if this for Luosha or if I should save it up for imaginary Donhung. But I actually have quite a few of these, so let's, I think the place you use those is the Forgotten Hall, right? To get the 4-star light cones? Let's see if I can afford any of them.
Do you want to enter the Forgotten Hall?
No, I want to go in your shop. Yeah, I thought this is where they were. Okay, so I can afford one of them. I don't think a single one of the characters is using one of these. I have all of these, but I don't, well, actually, I don't think I have past and future. But yeah, the only one that I know of that's using this one is the Seriousness of Breakfast, so we'll get one of them. And it'll be faster to do it this way. Light cones. Where is it? No. Yeah. Sir, Herta is currently using it. There we go. Alright. The design for her is really cool though, or for this person. Anyway, well, oh. Pom-Pom, are you okay? You look like you're fretting. For the next adventure, to assert sufficient supplies, you have to... Not the Speaking of Genshin. Emergency food? You want me to go out hunting? What are you thinking? This is the Astral Express. You may not know, various materials are needed in order to ensure the normal operation of the Astral Express. But before we had a good relationship with the space station, Himiko and Asta reached some kind of resource supply agreement. For some basic supplies, we can go directly to corresponding departments to ask for them. Well, but don't ask for things that are too expensive and troublesome. Since you are here, I have told Asta, and she's already informed the person in charge of the corresponding department. Why don't you run the errand for me this time? Oh, side quest. Okay, well... Well, this one's time, so let's get this one out of the way.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Data? What data? Data relies upon a terminal device to sustain the will of the space station. These are the truths that uphold the world. Those who fail to understand the laws of data are doomed to be deceived by the world. Well, considering that the news has been reporting on the fact that we might have a solar flare in, like, the upcoming weeks that could knock the entirety of the planet's internet out for a minimum of a month and a maximum of years, data won't hold true if we can't really do anything with it. Can you imagine, though? I feel like if it's only, like, if they can say it's for a month, society might survive, but if it's for, like, multiple months or even a year, like, all of society will crash. Most money is digital now. You haven't heard about it? Yeah, NASA's reporting that they launched like an emergency probe into space because they've detected the signs that a solar flare is gonna occur, to the point that the solar flare might knock out the Earth's internet. And from their, like, analysis, it could be anywhere from, like, a month, that's what they're looking at minimum, to knock out the internet, to, like, multiple years before they would be able to get the internet back online. Back up and running. Right? No, like, just outside of the fact that society would crash, like, if it's a month, society would probably survive. But if it's multiple months, like, society would just literally crash. Most money is digital, most entertainment's digital, like, I know I would be suffering withdrawals from AO3 real bad. I've already just started deciding if I need to start downloading them and printing them out. Just people go to school, people like go to work online, like it would be bad. So we all hope and pray that NASA can do something with the probe to reduce the strength of the solar flare, which is what I think they're trying to do. But there's not much you can do about it. It's the sun is even more uncompromising compared to, yeah, like, well, I mean, there's so many people, like, there are so many people that work from home or have some kind of, like, internet or online related profession. Like, people, like, so many people would be out of work instantly if this, like, kept going for multiple years. Like, it would be bad. The light in here isn't as harsh as it is in other cabins. It's nice. Okay, supply agreement. As before, the common parts are ready, and a little robot will arrange to deliver them to you in a while. By the way, remember to give our robot delivery service a good review. Okay. Okay, well, since we got that event done so quickly, I guess we can work on side quests now. Is there anything else in the... Alright, it does not look like there's anything else that's in the space station, so let's get started on these, Euro 06. I really want to do this one, so I said I would talk about it once I got back to them, once I was done with the events. Alright, so we've done a few of these quests now already, so you can see it's part 3. So this is the little ghost girl who keeps being trapped, and she's looking for someone, and she keeps calling out for him. And so you can see that she's here as one of the, like, corrupted void creatures now. So her spirit got trapped probably in this area, and so when this area got taken over by the fragmentum, she probably was then transformed into this person that you can see here. Alright, so we need to do the box puzzle. Trying to think on which one would be better. Oh, looks like I boxed myself in. Anyway. Terrible joke, I'm sorry. Yeah, because I literally can't move anything. Okay, I need to restart. Alright, I think I literally just did what I did the first time. Okay. So, push that, push that, push that. Push this. Save the child. Push that. Push it. Push this one. Finding new creative ways to do the exact same thing I was doing the first time. Okay. swear, I'm literally just doing the same thing over and over again. I feel like this is the first time one of these has actually, like, puzzled me. Okay. This one very obviously goes all the way over there. We don't want to move that one in. Because it causes an issue. Alright. Save the child. Oh, okay. This is probably the one that I needed to... Okay, and then... Okay, there we go. That took more of my brain than it probably needed to.
So that's how it
The
works.
banality of evil. It took way more of my brain power than it probably needed to. Alright, Krill. I see the truth now. Thank you, stranger. You have shown me the truth, stranger. I don't know how to repay this kindness. As you can see, I can't exactly do anything right now. But at least I can fulfill my previous promise to you and tell you my story. Would you like to stop and listen? Yes. You are so gentle, stranger. As gentle as Mr. Stefan. I don't know, from the stuff I pulled up, it doesn't seem like Mr. Stefan was a good person, so I don't know if I want to be compared to them. I'm Krill, Supreme Guardian of Bellabog. That's a plot twist I wasn't expecting. I know I don't deserve to be in such a high position. If it weren't for my sister going off, then for no reason at all, I'd have never been able to take this path. Luckily, I have Mr. Stefan at my side. Well, I mean, the fact that you said your sister suddenly disappeared for no reason at all with no warning is kind of suspicious, especially because you have a teacher who is taking care of you and, like, controlling your life. A little bit suspicious. That's what she said. She said she's one of the Supreme Guardians. He is a teacher and dear friend. He's given me countless pieces of valuable advice and helped me through crisis after crisis. Why do you linger? I'm confused. Confused about the cause of my death. But you helped remove any element of confusion, and I can finally face my destiny. I was born a fool, and died from my foolishness. I failed everyone who ever put their faith in me, and I have failed to uphold the duty and prestige of a Supreme Guardian. I slipped and fell into that open box, ending my life in a way that's destined for ridicule. You had an isekai death, is what you're telling me. Perhaps at the end of my life, I was caught up in a vortex of shame, but I've wandered in this purgatory for too long to feel sadness or shame. All I want now is peace. Stranger, I can feel your power. Compared to my cowardice, you exude such a strong, calm aura. I beg for you one last piece of generosity. I hope you can bless me with everlasting peace. Ah, she's gonna make us fight her, isn't she? Thank you. Thank you for leaving me with this one shred of dignity. Oh no, we have to fight her.
Judgment is here. Rules are made to be broken.
I still think Stefan's probably a terrible person. From all the scraps of info we've gotten so far, he seems like he's very manipulative.
Here, there's thunder.
Fire.
Show no mercy. Conflict is pitiless.
A will forged in ice never falters.
I've lost my way.
I wonder if that voice line is specifically for Krill, like when that character dies, stating that they've lost their way. I wonder if that's a reference to Krill then. Thank you, stranger. I'm sorry, Mr. Stefan. I'm not who you're looking for. Krill's echoes dissipate amidst the howling of the icy wind. A golden ornament remains on the ground, quietly waiting for you to pick it up. So Krill was actually a supreme guardian. How unbelievable. How can these echoes of her be so powerful that they took on a human form in the fragmentum? Why was it accompanied by all those weird box puzzles? I should take a relic back to the overworld. There must be someone who knows more about Krill's past as the supreme guardian. Probably for completing the box puzzles where we're getting this. Oh, relics too. Alright, we got 2 achievements from that. Finish all the Fool's box puzzles in the Vessel of Mediocrity and find all the Fool's box treasures. Birth of Tragedy. Yeah, I have been itching to figure out more about this story particularly, so that's why that was the first one I wanted to do.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Alright, Manya. Do you mean Krill the Fool? Oh no! I was hoping that people would at least, even if she died in kind of what seems like a certain way, that she would at least be remembered well. Of course, I mean anyone who studied a little history has heard of her, right? What made you suddenly interested in the piece of ancient history? I don't have time for random trivia right now. There's a huge stack of documents on my desk waiting for my approval. Is this some kind of sick joke? Okay, I guess taking a look won't rob me of much time. What is it? Let me have a check, would you? It's this. I'm flabbergasted. You might have just found an incredible antique item. Based on the Belobog conventions for the preservation of ancient relics, any antiques found by civilians must be turned over to the architects for proper reservation. I will have to hold on to this ornament that you found. This is robbery! Relax, I won't leave you empty-handed. I'm highly confident that this thing is an authentic relic. I'm sure you'll be compensated handsomely. I wanted to keep it. If they treat her so terribly, they don't deserve to keep it. That's right. Do you know much about Belobog's history? You can find out more about Krill the Fool in this pamphlet. Take it as a souvenir from the administration department. They don't even treat her well. Krill the Fool. From everything we've found so far, she just seems like she's been heavily taking advantage of this Stefan person, and being raised and taken advantage of is no reason to call someone that. Alright, so we had read the old diary, we read the old letter, so Krill the Fool. Krill, often called Krill the Fool by later generations, is the 8th Supreme Guardian of Belobog. Krill was born in a remote suburb of Belobog Overworld. Orphaned as a young girl, she lived with her Scylla Krilla, who was 1 year older than her. Krill's childhood was rather uneventful. However, her sister Krilla was a child prodigy, displaying amazing proficiency at an early age for language, math, and logic. Krilla passed the public service test when she was 11 and was officially selected as the heir to the Supreme Guardian. However, just on the eve the architects were about to relocate her residence to the Klypaw Fort, she mysteriously disappeared. Ooh, I wonder if this has a connection. We found, when we're passing through Backwater Pass, I think, is the area. No. Rivet Town, not Backwater Pass, Rivet Town. You can, like, you'll get a prompt saying that you hear someone crying, and if you track down the crying, you find a window, and the window is a little girl crying, asking where her sister is, where her sister has gone. And then I don't remember what item it is, but you give her an item that you got somewhere else in the game, and she's like, oh, this is my sister's, this must mean that she's coming back soon, and she gives you a music box. I still have not figured out what to do with the music box, but I wonder if this has anything to do with the, like, with Krilla and Krill. She mysteriously disappeared. We all know that she was taken somewhere, probably by the Stefan person. After days of searching without luck, most architects wanted to give up the search and start the heir selection process anew, but the Minister of Internal Affairs, Stefan Marquise, was firmly opposed and strongly pushed for Krilla's sister, Krill, to take over as heir to the Supreme Guardian. Stefan Marquise claimed that during his long-term contact with the two sisters, he discovered that Krill was as talented as her sister. Moreover, delaying the heir selection process any longer would impact Belobog's political stability due to the recency of the Supreme Guardian's untimely death. After heated internal debate, the architects finally approved Stefan's proposal, allowing Krill to become the new heir. History has shown us that Krill's appointment was a carefully planned hoax by the Minister of Internal Affairs, Stefan Marquise. I knew it! I knew he was treating her terribly and that this was all a ruse. Why are they calling her the fool then? It's not her fault. This man took away probably her entire family and put her in a place where the public are always going to have their eyes on her, and then orchestrated the entire thing. Why is she the fool? She's the victim. The architects quickly realized that Krill was extremely mediocre compared to her sister Krilla, and was clumsy in social situations. Minister Marquise's power grew stronger by the day during Krill's tenure, and his thugs soon retained absolute discretion throughout the Klypaw Fort as they issued their draconian decrees. The nickname Krill the Fool spread throughout the people and grew more and more dissatisfied with this puppet Supreme Guardian and her ministerial allies. In the 14th year of her tenure, rebels among the architects hatched a secret plot to overthrow Stefan and his cronies. The rebels won over the Silvermane Guard captain and planned on luring Krill and Stefan to the Silvermane Guard restricted zone where they could launch a coup. That day, the Supreme Guardian Krill attended the military exercise as expected, but the rebels never found any trace of Stefan Marquise. The captain played them at their own game, dispatching a fake patrol of Silvermane Guards into the restricted zone with Krill, and pushed her into an arsenal chest. The guards then rushed to the far north of Belobog under the cover of darkness, shoved the unconscious Supreme Guardian in the arsenal chest over the edge of a cliff, and her soul is stuck wandering around, wondering where Stefan is and if he's gonna come find her. Oh, poor child. Oh my goodness. The rebels carried out a search operation for 3 days and 3 nights in Belobog, but never found any trace of the minister Stefan Marquise. To this day, people still attribute the death of the 7th Supreme Guardian and the disappearance of Krilla to Marquise's political conspiracy. A claim that, according to Belobog historians to this day, remains inconclusive and unproven. I'm telling you, like, Honkai Star Rail has some of the saddest, like, side quest character stories, and, like, some, like, gruesome side quest character stories, too. Like, oh, this poor child was taken advantage of their entire life, and the only remnant of history is that they call her Krill the Fool. This is like that, oh, what is her, is it Antoinette? Marianne Antoinette, the whole like, if they can't have bread, let them eat cake. But like and so everybody's like, oh, this is an example of how out of touch the rich are. But Marianne Antoinette was like, it was taken way out of context, like what she said, and like a lot of when you actually look into her history, she was just like, she was used as a scapegoat by the rich to like put the public's ire on her. Like, feels very similar. All right, I have not read any of this because I was waiting to get all 4 pieces. Guys, I am only missing 2. It's driving me nuts. While we're at the bookshelf. But yeah, no, okay, wait, I want to see, because in the Belobog Museum, they show all the different Supreme Guardians. I wonder if Krill is in there. I want to see what she looks like prior to getting corrupted by the Fragmentum and turning into a monster. Well, I'm glad that we at least gave her peace. Like, I wasn't happy that we had to fight her, but I'm glad that she's finally free. Wait a minute, is that chest we opened at the end the chest where her body is? Or her body was before it got, like, corrupted and, like, turned by the Fragmentum? Because that was a chest that we opened at the end with the boxes. Hoyo likes to play, I see. Okay, let's see if we can figure out which of these is Krill. Oh, this one! Aww. A portrait of Krill Rand, the 8th Supreme Guardian. The exhibition label reads, her life was a tragedy full of mediocrity, arduity, ups and downs. Her administration caused every anguish known to humanity to the Belobog century. In her youth, Krill was unexceptional. However, due to a series of opportune events, she became a candidate to become the Supreme Guardian. Her naivety and kindness was abused by those in power with malevolent intent, who took all the authority as their own, and who continuously carry out an oppressive rule against the citizen just to assuage their own greed. Finally, a hidden disposition ignited and exploded one snowy night in an elaborate, premeditated trickery. Krill lost her life to her own subjects. Then the people cheered for the fall of a tyrant. A century later, many more write her story as an elegy of the ages. The Fool, Krill Rand. Is this really the Krill I know? Let me ask Old Dunn what this is all about. This is unfair. I am mad. I wonder if what you would read would be different if you hadn't finished those side quests. I'm mad for her. Wait a minute. She looks familiar, doesn't she? Wait a minute. Where is it? Characters. No, I want party setup. Team setup. There it is. She looks... I'm not insane, right? She kind of looks like March.
Let me see.
Just like slightly grown out hair, and then her hair had turned like faded to pink. Maybe I'm reaching, maybe. put my guy back in. Anyway, I am angry at how they are treating Krill. Ul'dan, I am the manager of this facility. I demand that you change the plaque. Kalis, did you say that the description of the Krill the Fool's portrait deviated from the truth? But how is that possible? The description is taken from the history textbooks at the Belobog Academy. Everything is in black and white. Yeah, and history is written by the victors. Well, stop pulling my leg. Still, I can tell you have at least heard of Krill from your tone. Since you sound so sure of yourself, I'll take a look at your evidence. I can't believe you found such a precious historical source. I'll get someone to revise the content of the exhibit label based on your discovery later. Of course, I must also report this to Clyporth Fort right away. Thanks, Kalis. If it weren't for you, this girl wouldn't have her rightful place in the history of Belobog. You're indeed the hero, Belobog Kalis. You deserve that title. I am at least pleased that if you've done Krill's quest, because the museum is like a new thing due to the event, I'm glad they added that in. Like that if you've done Krill's quest and you find her portrait, that you can kind of try and fix some of the history surrounding her. That makes me happy. That's like a good little side tidbit that's pretty cool. But yeah, so a lot of these items that you get, you can like use later in the game. I don't know what the ancient coins are for. This is the permit to get into all of the different parts of the space station. This was the one where you, in the story, you could offer the red or the blue log. You got this from Branya. This is what I'm talking about, the damaged music box. I don't know what this goes to, and I'm curious if it's related to Krill and Krilla, because of what we've been talking about a sister that like suddenly the other one disappeared and they're waiting for them to come home. It makes me think of their story, so I'm wondering if there's still like something I need to find to turn in this music box to. And then you can sell this rainbow-ite to get some Mora. And then you can turn these into the fountain if you want, and you get random drops, including an ancient coin. But you can also get an achievement. If you get 15 of these in your inventory in one sitting, you'll get an achievement for it. So I was saving up to get the 15 before I just dump them all in the fountain. I kind of want to keep this. It's pretty. And as you can see, I'm not like desperate for currency right now. So the only thing in my inventory currently that's like a little side object that I might be able to turn in at some point to do a side quest or get an achievement is that music box. But I have seen that there's something that you can do with the trash. I've seen like someone doing a clip that you can put the trash somewhere. So I haven't done that one either. Oh, did I not fully level up that? That light cone? There we go. Now it's fully maxed out. Oh, but that is such a nice detail that I can maybe get some of the stuff, the historical stuff on Krill changed. Oh, that kind of looks like Himiko, doesn't it? That's cool. So all the Supreme Guardians have been female, so it's a matriarchy. What? Branya? Hello. It's you, Kalis. I was spacing out at my mother's portrait and didn't realize you were here. My apologies. You're still as understanding as ever. It's no wonder you helped Mr. Ul'Dan to revitalize the museum. Mr. Ul'dan told me that the museum was finally able to fully open to everyone, thanks to you, so I came to check it out. Look, the museum has finally recovered all of her exhibits, and the visitors are clamoring in shoulder to shoulder. This is all thanks to you, Kalis. Take this, is what you deserve. As the Supreme Guardian of Belobog, I'd like to express my sincerest gratitude to you on behalf of the Belobog and all of her people. Oh, that's nifty. Did this get changed immediately, or is this one of those, like, I have to wait 24 hours? Nope, it's still the same, so probably have... No, wait, that ending was different. Oh, shoot. I was just clicking through because I thought it was the same thing again. Finally, okay, so this got changed a bit. Finally, a hidden disposition ignited and exploded one snowy night. In elaborate premeditated trickery, Krell lost her life to her own subjects. Then the people cheered for the fall of a tyrant. The full, and then this is the addition that they added. Later, travelers from space found the clue. It turned out that the echo of Krill's voice had always been resounding in the broken fragment of space. It never dissipated. He helped the lost and helpless soul to find a resting place and put an end to her lonely afterlife. If there exists a place in the world where souls can rest peacefully, I hope she will bid farewell to her miserable destiny when she closes her eyes. May she go to sleep with a smile on her face. That doesn't change as much as I want it to. She was just a poor child who was taken advantage of by an older person that was very greedy. I wanted them to change the entire edition instead of just adding a bit. Fine. So since that guy ran off and was never brought to judgment, I wonder if we'll encounter him. So, what did you do with those defective robots? Well, come on, what are you squirming around for? The worker in charge of arms management forgot to report the defective units to the commanding officer. Those robots may have already been deployed to the restricted zone. What? Don't get angry. I have read and reported this incident and submitted it to management. We just need to wait for them to send someone to deal with it. But you know what our approval system is like. Until then, we can really do anything. We can't just wait here and do nothing. There'll be big trouble if we don't deal with this now. How can you just sit around so calmly? You are right, but we're just small potatoes. There's no way we can deal with those crazy robots. Oh, this makes me so angry. What are the garrison people? They're to blame for the restricted zone receiving this batch of subpar garbage since they didn't do enough quality control. Shouldn't those people come forward and provide us with an explanation? Well, I've contacted them, but no matter what I say, they just blame it on the technology division, saying that they're unreliable and the garrison had nothing to do with it, which means we have to deal with it ourselves. That's ridiculous! How can they shrink their responsibilities like that? I mean, they're in a governing body of some form. It's our fault, we'll take responsibility. It's shift the blame to a different department. What do you mean? It's not our fault. It's probably this other department's fault. And it goes round and round in a circle until it gets back to the first department that should have taken the responsibility, and then the circle starts again. Do you need a hand? Huh? Which department are you from? We did? I don't remember you at all. Wait, aren't you the outsider on the warrant the architects were so desperate to apprehend not so long ago? But this is a military restricted zone, and not even a snow mouse is supposed to be able to enter. How'd you manage to get in? Oh, whatever. If you can put up a fight against the Silvermane guards, those crazy robots must just be a piece of cake for you, right? Listen, I have something very urgent that I need your help with. It's a matter of life and death. It's so funny that I swear we get this all the time. Saving people is my passion. I swear we get this dialogue prompt all the time. So it must be an achievement. Like, you have to say this like so many times and you'll get an achievement. Easier said than done. I hope you're really that reliable. Let me give you a rundown first. So last month, the garrison ordered a batch of guard bots, and at the time, the manufacturing team was so overstretched that there was no other option but to outsource some of the workload to private manufacturer in the city. And it turns out that this batch of robots is simply subpar, and there's a real danger that they could go out of control. So I guess you've already heard what happened afterwards, so I'll say no more. In short, I hope you can deal with those out-of-control robots as soon as possible and take back their core modules. I don't care how you do it. Electromagnetic interference, remote control, or simply smashing them to pieces. They're useless anyway. I've marked the general location of those robots. Hurry up, we don't have much time left. Oh yeah, there's that one area that I was never able to unlock. I wonder if I can unlock it now that's in this area. I just said area a bunch of times and none of it probably made sense to everyone. Okay, robots, robot. Captain Dunn, why are you just standing there? Oh, that's not Captain Dunn. You're just... oh, standing there when there's a robot on the loose.
Here is thunder!
Rules are made to be broken. Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Alright, one core module down. Next one. See that gated area over there? I've never been able to unlock it. That gate, you can see it's still red. Oh, did they already defeat the robot here? What's wrong with this robot? It didn't recognize us. I have no idea. It seems to be a new robot from the garrison. If we dismantle it like this without telling the captain, we'll get in trouble. It's a faulty robot. Let me handle it. Aren't they brand new? How come... Is it because the garrison didn't do a proper quality control? Let's leave it be. It's not our job to pursue the matter. Are you here to retrieve it? We have already removed the core module. Please look into this matter and don't let this happen again. It was so scary. Don't even have to fight this one. Speaking of which,
Break!
I say as I immediately lose the thought. Not speaking of which, apparently. Can I go in here now? It's still locked off. Interesting. I wonder if that area will get added later then. Okay, I have destroyed 3 robots. Well, I destroyed 2. One of them was already destroyed when I got there, but I'll take credibility for that one too. Oh, Pela. We should take a moment to think this through. Who is involved in the quality control process for this outsourcing project? Tell me the names you can think of. Miss Sargania. I'm just a researcher here. I don't have as much as you think. I don't know as much as you think. Firstly, my last name is Sarganyeva. Secondly, you don't have to patronize me. Just call me Pela. I don't care if you call me officer or not. I only care about handling this incident properly and efficiently, and that depends on whether you can give me useful information. Don't waste our time. I think, Miss Pela. Oh, you're here. Well, Molly, looks like you're keeping quite a lot of things from me, like this gentleman here who suddenly appeared in the military restricted zone. Also that Molly. Garpar did tell me not to make things difficult for the outsider, but the Silverman Guard restricted zone isn't just somewhere I can let you hang around. Then this time, you can't just say it's none of your business. Be honest and tell me the truth. Confessed? I only know a little bit. What do you mean? Ah, I understand now. It's more or less as I surmised. Since Miss Molly and you are involved in this incident, everything makes sense now. As to those core modules, hand them to me first. Here you go. Alright, Mr. Researcher, do you want to comment on this? Your statement seems to be a little different than this gentleman's. Well, I was just afraid you'd make Molly a suspect. She can be a bit impatient times, but I assure you that incident has nothing to do with her. Please, just spare me, Captain. Don't worry, you and Molly will be fine. Just play silly games with me when it happens again in the future. Just don't play silly games with me. Remember what I said. Don't waste my time. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Captain Sarganiva. So what next? Even though I really want to hold you responsible for your trespassing into a military zone, I will, however, let it slide this time. Since Serval vouched for your ability and character, I would also like to ask you to help me deal with this with the incident, which is the chance for you to make up for your mistakes. Hey, I was given access to this area. What? Just because you want to use me for free labor doesn't mean that you can pin the blame on me like this. I was given access to this zone. I will stick by that. Long story short, this robot incident is just one chapter in my ongoing investigation. The stakes here are very high, and Miss Molly may have ruffled some feathers. So, she might be in danger now? Oh, that was Pela. I'm going to ask you one last question. Do you know where Molly is? Well, there seemed to be a family emergency, so she ran back to check on them. It was a Silverman guard from the garrison who came to send her the message. I don't know what they talked about, but she looked dreadful afterwards. I think you can go to the administration district. That is an apartment building next to the abandoned business street. I think Molly is there. I guess I was right. She is in trouble. I'll go first. Please follow me as soon as possible. I guess this one has a little bit longer of a side quest than I thought it would be. This is probably the closest teleport. Oh, my voice is starting to feel the effect of this. I had no voice this morning. I was a little concerned about streaming. You must be Molly from the technology division. How are things going? Leave me alone. So annoying. Huh? Oh, you're Officer Pela. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of an emergency. I'm very sorry. I don't think I'm sick. I just think I have allergies. And I'm one of those people that, like, during the summer and the winter, like, different things happen to my throat because I also unfortunately breathe through my mouth. I cannot breathe through my nose to actually save my life. And so my throat's always like super dry because of it. You're here as well, I see. Have those defective robots been dealt with? Is your family okay? Forget it. Why do I care whether they live or die? Family? Oh, is that what you two are here for? Unfortunately, I live alone, and no one else got hurt. I was waiting for your update at the arsenal just now, and those people came to me. They said that I went too far this time, so they gave me a warning. I realized something was wrong, so I ran home as fast as I could. By the time I got home, the whole house had been turned upside down by them. All the valuables, even the worthless stuff, are gone. Everything. Gone. They took everything. They even wrote insults all over the doors, windows, and walls. but I can't do anything about it. Am I supposed to just let them get away with it? Can't anyone hold them accountable for their actions? Why? I was just doing my job. Why do I have to be humiliated? What did I do wrong? Ugh, there's no justice in the world. This happened all because of me. You don't have to do that. I just need to blow off some steam. Don't be afraid, Miss Molly. This isn't your fault. Just let us handle this from now on. We, the Silvermane Guards, are now officially on this case. For now, it's best for you to not directly confront those thugs, since they're just shown that they are not shy about using violence. Oh, another thing. You can rest assured that we, the Silvermane Guards, will never let you go homeless. You can, seek temporary shelter in the Neverwinter workshop for now. The owner of the workshop can ensure your safety. Just say my name when you meet her. But I want to go with you. I want to see those gang of thugs brought to justice with my own eyes. It's just too risky. Your security must be top priority. I'll arrange to have your house fixed later. For the time being, please just focus on protecting yourself in case of further reprisals. She seems to be very upset. Kalis, I already know the people responsible for this. Their names are all in my records. They won't get away. Now, let's go to the restricted zone and give those filthy thugs a proper greeting. But yeah, I think it's been a combination of a few things. Just like my allergies have been acting up because we've been getting like non-stop rain for quite a bit of time. And so obviously that like makes the mold and whatnot in the area a lot stronger. And then also just because I am taking the potion, that is in a way like deepening my voice, and because of that your voice gets a lot more scratchy and your throat can hurt because it's messing with your vocal cords. So that might also be compounding the issue. Huh? Why is Molly here? And she got here before us? I knew it was you guys who did it. Have you all ever thoughts about what happens if people die from those defective robots? What happens? Let me tell you, even if something really happens, your technology vision will take the blame. You... Come on, Molly, I've warned you many times. Keep your mouth shut about the things in the restricted zone. You know how it goes. You scratch our backs, we'll scratch yours. Looks like she's in trouble. Quick, let's check it out. We're here to fight. Give it up, little girl. I hate when people go for the little girl insult. It's always like, I immediately lose, like, it immediately destroys any threatening tone with this. It's just like, okay. You think you alone can put an end to all of Belobog's shady dealings between its military and its merchants? It is so much bigger than you could possibly imagine. All we've done so far is just a little do-over of your house, but if you ever provoke the ire of those higher-ups, we won't even dare to think about the consequences. We should all remain calm. That's enough. Put your weapons down and put your hands up. Quick. What happened? Oh, I get it. Good one, little girl. You found someone to help, didn't you? Huh. Unfortunately, there are only 2 weaklings. Let me tell you, even if the captain himself were here, I wouldn't be scared of. Wow, it seems you aren't taking me seriously at all. I'm an intelligence officer. This is the major case, and I just might have to put it on my agenda. Let's kick their butt, Kalis. No need to hold back. As you know, the Silvermane Guards have first-class medical support. Not the, we're gonna call the ambulance, but not for us.
Here, the thunder.
Or no, the way you said messed it up. It's
Show
like,
no
call
mercy.
an ambulance, but not for me.
Just a scratch. Is that all? The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Conflict is pitiless.
Rules are made to be broken.
Here, the thunder.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Is that it? Show no mercy. Conflict is pitiless.
The Silverman guards rushed to the scene and under Pela's command, they led the criminals to the confinement room. Oh, didn't get that in time. Is it over? I thought they'd be tougher. I wish you wouldn't make light of the matter. They were not bluffing, you know. If it weren't for you guys helping me out this time, I'm afraid I would have been. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. Oh, my voice is going. Oh no. Ugh. I don't know if I can do any more voices, guys, considering my voice is trying to check out. Alright. Thank goodness you weren't hurt. Also, I've found hard evidence of their illegal dealings with those shady merchants. I believe you're looking for thing as well. Is that right, Miss Molly? Indeed, and I found it, and luckily it's still in good condition. Good to hear. Miss Molly, I do have another very serious question to ask you. How did you manage to show up before we did? If anything, you should be at the workshop now. Well, I was thinking about how all of this only happened because of me, so I thought I should. This is not a good excuse, Miss Molly. No offense, but you were simply too reckless. I do admire your bravery and sense of duty, but you're still lacking in situational judgment and thus often end up putting yourself in harm's way. Have you ever really given much thought to how you could win the fight against those thugs all on your own? Let me be charitable here and assume you could beat them. What then? Are you really equipped to take on the criminal mastermind behind the scenes? You're right, Officer Pila. I didn't think carefully enough about the consequences of my action, and those goons weren't entirely off the mark when they said I couldn't take on the whole world just on my own. I thought I could make Belobog a better place. Well, can't even manage my own life. It's been working so hard, but what's the point? Can't change everyone. Oh yeah, that's always something so conflicting to go up against, is that like when taking on any kind of person nowadays, like most people aren't going to be able to change the world. It's just not something that happens. Even when you look at history and you're like, oh, this person changed the world, usually if you actually look at it and think about it, that person is not the only person who did that to achieve something. Usually it's a group of people working together, because like one person is it's almost impossible for them to change. So like in this case, Molly wants to change Belobog to be a safer place, but she's not gonna be able to do it on her own. This like false narrative that people, if they try hard enough, can change the world by themselves is false. Like even when you look at very productive people, a lot of times it'll be because they have someone at home that's helping to share responsibilities or burdens and stuff like that. It's just a lot of people overlook the labor others put into achievements, and then they just like usually they just give all the glory to one person, even if it is a team effort. Well, Molly, please don't get nihilistic. Maybe I was being a bit too harsh just now. I didn't mean to upset you. Sorry, I'm fine. I just couldn't help myself. I'd better listen to Officer Pela and head back to the workshop. Perhaps this job is not for me after all. Woo! I'm getting so much Trailblaze XP. I am wondering if I'm immediately gonna go to 50 when we finally up the equilibrium level. Alright, another quest down. We are not gonna do that yet because I still have not unlocked golden relics. Until I do, I am not touching the relics. Alright, Winter Soldier's March. Officer Dunn wants us to help with some restricted zone exercises. We have about half an hour left into our 2-hour stream for today, so I think we're making good progress. We're getting quite a few side quests done. Might actually be able to go to the next planet sometime in the near future. Because once we get these done, and then these companion missions, we can finally start on the Shanshao Lofu area. probably butchering that horrendously. I swear I will look up how it's actually called before my next stream. Alright, Officer Dunn, what can we help you with? Pressure on the front lines is increasing, and now its strategy for the Silvermane Guards must be adjusted. Outsider, let's talk. Are you free right now? I am? Ah, so you're keeping this appointment then. That's great. I knew I could count on you. I've mobilized all the young Silvermane Guards in the restricted zone, and they're all beyond pumped to be fighting against a legend like yourself. Trust me, you'll find it several times tougher this time if you want to break through the defense line. Speak with my aide. When you're ready, we can start the drill anytime. It just takes a moment to set everything up in the restricted zone. Am I gonna have to sneak around and fight people? Like... aid. Beep. Boop. Hats off to you, Drill Master. Hats off to you too, my guy. Aide, Deputy Head of Division 3 of the Silvermane Guards Logistic and Security Department, reporting for duty. Beep. Boop. Silvermane drills are ready to go. Everything is waiting on your command, Drill Master. Oh, it's another one of these. Where you can, like, do all of them real quick. Okay. Finish the battle in 8 turns. Okay, let's see. I wonder if I can do, auto. Beep. Boop. Thanks for being our sparring partner, Drill Master Kalis. The Silvermane Guards have set up positions in the restricted zone and are prepared to meet your challenge. You have to break through the blockade we've set up and take on Captain Dunn trial at the end. Oh goody. Captain Dunn is annoying to fight because he... Beep, boop. The base behind the blockade is locked. There are 2 paths to choose from if you want to keep on going and challenge Captain Dunn. One option, brute force. Just beat up all the Silvermane soldiers and officers patrolling along the blockade and gate will open. And the gate will open. Option 2, smarts. Find a way to bypass the patrolling guards' line of sight, and then flank them and find the terminal that controls the gate. The choice is yours, Drill Master Kalis. The Silvermane Guards in the drill have all undergone special training. Combat against them can get pretty tricky if you trigger the alarm. Put simply, they're all experts in tactical arts of seizing the initiative. If you want to avoid a surprise attack, stay out of their line of sight as much as possible. Okay. What, we even have, like...
So that's how it works.
So it went off to the left. And it distracted that Silvermane guard who's on the left. Ooh.
It couldn't have.
Oh. I'm just setting off everyone. Ooh. There's nowhere else to go. I'm like trying to get a feeling of the area. Ah, got ambushed. So I guess I'm supposed to go to the left.
Rules are made to be broken.
I imagine there's probably an achievement for doing this without being seen.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Conflict is
Oh, he says
pitiless.
break on time, like if he's able to get a critical and like break the guard
Will
of the
forged in
person.
ice.
He says
Never
that in
falters.
tune with his dialogue line. That's fun.
Here is thunder.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Well, I've already lost the element of surprise to a degree, so I might as well just brute force this one.
Show no mercy.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Conflict is pitiless.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Oh. I wasn't expecting a puzzle in the middle of my domain. There we go. Just gonna... Beep boop. Well done, Drillmaster Kalis. The gate's now open. Please cross the blockade and undertake Captain Dunn's trial. We're just gonna take those. That guy was very oblivious.
Someone there.
And then we're just gonna ignore all of y'all. Oh, if it isn't Drillmaster Chalice, let me check the time. Marvelous. As expected, you've cut straight through our carefully laid blockade in no time at all. But the age should have already explained to you that if you want to win this drill, you'll have to get through me. How about it, Kalis? Are you ready to get a head-to-head with me? Let's go. He's really annoying
made to be
fight,
broken.
as I was trying to say, he's really annoying to fight in simulated universe.
Here, this thunder.
Because he gets the, like, that buff that's like counterattack or whatever. And so if you attack if you attack him, that one counter, he'll immediately
There's no time to lose.
He'll be able to throw all the damage back on you.
Hope you're prepared. In the name of Landa, a will forged in ice never falters. I've no interest in conflict.
So it's a very
Follow my
annoying
trail.
buff he
It's
has.
pitiless.
So he's like immune to damage. He
Show
can,
no
like, send
mercy.
it back on you. He's a true tank. It's very annoying.
It's but a vision. Break!
Here, this thunder. On my mark. Not a step back. There's
It
no
seems
time to
like
lose.
follow-up damage caused by Jingyuan's attack does not count though as like attack damage.
Fighting is meaningless. Rules are made to be broken. I've no interest in conflict. A will forged in ice never falters.
Conflict is pitiless.
Oh, wonderful, truly wonderful. Your combat skills are more proficient than before. I only have 2 abilities. After that, I got shitloads more. Huh? What are you talking about? Never mind. No need to go over the details. The strong have their own way of getting stronger. I get it. That's enough drills in the restricted zone for now. Go chat with the aide and claim your well-deserved reward. Thanks for helping the guards hone their combat skills. We hope you can come back and train with us again, Drillmaster Kalis. Oh, aide. Beep boop. Slick moves, Drillmaster Kalis. Please accept this sparring award. If you want to participate in drills again, come register with me in the restricted zone. I salute you, Drillmaster Kalis. Beep boop. Ah, I didn't get all 3 stars. Alright, is there a benefit to even getting all 3? Okay, 3 stars will get me more Stellar Jade. So enter battle 3 times or more without alerting the enemy. So it's important to get the sneak attacks in this. Okay, I understand that now. but there's no way you're gonna get through all of it without getting any attacks in. Got it, got it, got it. Okay, so I need to do 3 here. We're just gonna skip this dialogue because we've done this dialogue before. Yeah, we get locked out. Yes, I understand. Alright, do that. Oh wait. Need to do this puzzle. There we go. And this will distract that one guard. Okay, so then we sneak up on him.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Conflict is pitiless.
Just a scratch.
Is that it?
Rules are made to be broken.
Show no mercy.
Someone there. Reach the end.
Ah, darn it, he was alerted. That means I need to sneak up on 2 more. Still, I was hoping he would be turned around.
Rules are made to be broken.
Conflict is pitiless.
A will forged in ice never falters.
See, during these battles is when I should be rambling.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Okay, and then we had to do this one. Trying to remember how to do this. Oh, very simply, apparently. Then we're going to get this guy. That gives us 2 hits without alerting.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Here, this thunder. Show no mercy.
Yeah, 2 out of 3. That's what I wanted to check on. Okay, I need to grab another Silvermane guard. Perfect.
Who goes there?
Dang it! It was alert again. I should have just rushed around the corner.
Rules are made to be broken.
Oh my goodness.
Conflict is pitiless.
That just went after Gepard. Okay, can I spin around and get the one that's behind me in time
Reach the
before
end
he
of the story
notices
in
me?
your own way.
Yes. Okay, and that gives me the 3 I need. It also took me defeating quite literally everyone here, but that gives me the 3
Here,
I need.
this thunder.
Rules are made to be broken.
Alright, now we just need to defeat Captain Gunn. Or do we? Since I have the star, I wonder if I even need to defeat him.
Keep at it. Keep at it.
Okay, that gives Gepard some health. I forget about the space thing that's quite literally right behind us. I'm gonna destroy you. Will you all leave my Gapara alone? I know I have him in the front spot because he's my tank, but come on. Treat him like Delico, please.
Show no mercy.
A will forged in ice never falters!
On my mark. Here stands the Silvermane God.
Fighting is meaningless.
Here is thunder. Just give it up. Trifling.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Stay close. Not a step back.
Let's make it quick. Hope you're prepared. In the name of Landau, a will forged in ice never falters! Rules are made to be broken.
Like during these times, I'm like, I should be saying
Show no
something.
mercy.
But my brain is like fully just on the game, even if I'm letting the game play for itself. We could talk about you want me to raid without achievements? So I need to at least make like one dinner because I still live with my parents. But I make at least one dinner a week at least. Warring expedition 9 times. Okay. And so last week I made honey hot chicken. I am still learning how to make chicken in the air fryer. I tried it originally on the stove, but deep frying things or just frying things on the stove really scares me because I literally almost got oil in my eye from it. Let's see. But yeah, I almost got oil in my eye, so I was like, oh, Mom has an air fryer, so I'm just gonna use the air fryer from now on because it's safer for me. Beep boop. Thanks for being our sparring partner, Dromester Kalis. The Silvermane guards have set up position in the restricted zone and are prepared to meet your challenge. The goal of this drill is to defeat the Major. That's right, it's the big guy over there. Joke time. The Major wants to lose some weight. What should he do? Drink less oil. Get it? You'll need to configure the gear bridge to make a path before you challenge the Major. The terminal that controls the gear bridge is somewhere in the restricted zone. I look forward to your performance, Drillmaster Kalis. Okay. That area is not open. That's good for me to know. Trying to get over there. The whatchamacallit seems locked. What's going on with it? Beep boop. Seems that the bridge terminal is locked. Only a special terminal encryption key can unlock it. The Silvermane officers should have the key. Look like you'll have to fight them if you want to operate the bridge. Alright, but we're just trying to see if we can do it without alerting them from behind the corner. I need those achievements, guys.
But
But yeah, so like, Frying,
Here,
even though it's super common, just scares me because of the amount of oil splatter I've had to deal with. Even when I had like an oil protection
forged in
lid,
ice.
I just kept
Never
running into
falters.
the few times I'd have it off, I would just get splattered with oil. And so now I've been using the air fryer, but my next issue is a lot of times my chicken comes out pretty dry out of the air fryer. And so I've been messing with like different temperatures and whatnot.
What's that?
Nope, 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 you can't see me. This is where March would come in handy, since she's a long-range person that can attack. Alright, there's two. Without being alerted. Anyway, and so I was originally doing it at 400 because that's what I've seen most on the internet for saying like chicken breast should be deep fried or air fried at. But actually 375 works just as well.
Is that
and it keeps it a bit juicier. It's not as dried out.
Conflict is pitiless.
And now I need to do the timing right because I like burnt it slightly. And we're trying to also keep the because usually you like bread and put some kind of stuff on a mixture onto your chicken when you're deep frying it, or at least I do. Where am I? That's where I came from. Alright, another one that is... Alright, third one that was not alerted to my presence. We are specifically doing a drill where
made
you
to
are
be
trying
broken.
to catch me and fight me, and yet you all are distracted.
sanctuary is but a vision.
So I'm playing Assassin's Creed all over again. The 375 does a lot better, but now I've been running into the amount of time I should air fry it so that I don't accidentally like over cook it. And then also just trying to get it to not stick to the air fryer. On one hand, I could put down like parchment paper so that it's not sticking to the air fryer, but then you run into the fact that it needs to drip a bit so that it can, so that it won't be like soggy, that it'll actually be crispy. And so I've just been running into different, different problems, and well, not problems, but different things that have to be done as I learn to cook. But we will not be doing a,
I'm with you. This will strengthen our position.
I will not be doing a... Isn't the point of me starting that so you would get distracted and go investigate the robot? Oop. There's no way I can attack you if you're, right there. And get the sneak. I'm pretty sure the entire part of that, like, the reason behind that robot is so that you will go and investigate it.
Continue patrols.
Is it bugged? You should be investigating that robot, please. You're supposed to... What was the point of this robot if you weren't gonna go investigate it?
Who goes there?
Or is it's just like a unavoidable like thing that happens in this level. Because I need one more non-alert attack to be able to clear this with full march.
Are made to be broken.
But yeah, so this week I'll be making hamburger or grilled cheeseburger rolls. I saw this is another one I saw on TikTok where you get like a pizza dough or a crescent dough, and then you put a layer of beef on it and a layer of cheese and like anything you would put on a hamburger or a cheeseburger.
Forged in ice.
And then you roll it up like you're making a like a Twinkie or a cinnamon roll, and with with cheese and
made to be
hamburger inside, and then like whatever meats or. Oh, did that count as
Past
4?
victories don't guarantee future
Nice.
ones.
Okay, I still don't have the. I still don't have the pass card yet.
Here, the thunder.
But yeah, so you then cook it in the oven, and then I like to
Show no
put-
mercy.
Some people just eat it plain, but I like to make a brown gravy to go on top of it. And then I'll probably need to make like a vegetable side so that it's not just all
Past victories don't
high
guarantee
protein,
future.
you know what I mean? But that's what I'll be making for this week. I have to make it a day earlier than my usual day. My usual day for cooking is on a Tuesday. But my work has like a little training seminar
Made to be
from
broken.
Tuesday to Thursday this week. So instead I will be doing it on Monday. But I've made this a few times. I have not written down, I have yet to write down the
I'm with you,
recipe,
friend. This
like
will
I
strengthen
probably
us.
should.
Keep at it.
Because I always have to look up like at what temperature should you bake ground beef to make sure it's cooked all the way through. Every single time I make this,
Will
I should
forged
really
in
write
ice.
it down, honestly.
Never falter.
And then like what spices to add to it. But we'll get there.
It's but a vision. Break.
Here, the thunder. Show no mercy.
I don't really think there's anything else much going on this week that I can think of. It's just
On my mark. Here stands the Silvermane God.
No interest in conflict.
now doing my job. I have those training seminars I have to go to.
Let's make it quick. Rules are made to be broken. A will forged in ice never falters.
I guess one thing is just that I've learned as like an adult with your own money. I can see why getting Christmas presents for other people is so difficult. Because like when you're an adult with your own money, like you can just go and get whatever you want whenever you want. Like when I was at the store today getting groceries, I was just able, like my grocery store had some Pokemon packs. I literally just picked it up right for myself. I was just like, oh yeah, I'll get this for myself. I have money to do so. Now, the other issue with that though is just the fact that, is you gotta make sure that you don't that you spend responsibly. Of course. But then it's like that would make it always hard whenever you're trying to buy for someone, because it's like, oh, I know they like this book series. Well, they've already bought Like they've already bought that book series for them because that's what they like. So a lot of times, even though it feels less authentic, it's sometimes the best thing you can do is just buy gift cards for someone. Just like, for example, Steam gift cards. My cousin really likes Steam, and instead of trying to figure out which exact video game they want at that particular moment in time, I can just get them a Steam gift card, and they can get it themselves, depending on whichever one they want, or they can even wait for a sale and get multiple, because that's what I do. Anytime I get a Steam gift card, I just wait until a big sale happens, because you can get more games. That's why I usually end up playing games like months or even years after they're released and all the hype's died down. It's because I'm just waiting for a sale to occur.
Here,
I started doing that less when it comes to Nintendo games, because Nintendo has like that motto that's essentially like,
never falter.
We would never let someone in the future pay less than what we charged when the game was released.
Made to be broken.
A $60 Nintendo Switch game is going to be $60 now, and it's going to be $60 in the future. Like, they pretty much never have sales, and so if you want a Nintendo Switch game, you might as well just buy it now. But the only other thing is making sure that it's Nintendo Switch exclusive. Because if you can get that game on any other platform is gonna eventually have that game for sale. The Nintendo Switch, it won't. So unless you just have like really bad game consoles, unless it's a Nintendo Switch exclusive, check to see if that comes on any other console. Okay, we have hit 2 hours. But, if I can, I'd like to just... Well, I can always leave the next difficulty for next Friday. But I don't know, honestly, if I would remember about it. So we'll just get this last drill done, and then we'll call it a day for this stream. Once we get this last one done. Alright, finish battle in 20 turns, allies, and then... Oh, okay, so this last one's different. I can only alert 4 of them. So this one's gonna be the one where I'm trying to be the sneakiest I can be. Talk to Major and understand the objective of the training. Okay. Drill Master Kalis, I never thought we'd be meeting again so soon. Blah ha 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 ha. Where's the aid at? That punk can't handle drills with this scale in the restricted zone. Here, let me explain to you the goal of the restricted zone drill. Facing invaders from the Fragmentum, we sometimes have no other choice but to rely on the strength and numbers to fight back. This time, Drill Master Kalis, I'll leave it to you to test the mettle of those Silvermane guards. You'll have to defeat 40 Silvermane guards in the restricted zone. That's right, you can only pass this challenge once you've hit that number. 40? That's right, bwahahaha. One more thing, I heard Captain Gapard plans on joining this drill too. Not Gapard being the final boss. Gapard's usually pretty easy to fight though. At least in the simulated universe. But he wasn't there when we were setting things up. Who knows when he'll be joining in on the drill. Get going, Drill Master Kalis. It's up to you to teach those rookie chumps a lesson. Okay, so we can only alert 4 of them to our presence. We cannot move this swivel. Can't talk to him anymore. So we have to be sneaky. I somehow have to defeat 40 guards. Every journey starts with a single step. Oh, there's Cacolia. Okay, so there's a guard with their back to us. Whoop. Not back to us now. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice this guard right here. we should probably take care of that one first. Or it does not look like he's gonna turn around, so we should take care of this one first.
What's that?
Oop, oop, oop. You can't see me. So do each of these count as a silver moon guard? Because that would be like 5 of them right now. Or is it I need to do 40 of these? Like 40 of the 5.
A will forged in ice never falters! You're just a scratch.
Conflict is pitiless.
Rules are made to be broken. It's the end of the story in your own way.
Trying to figure out where it spawned me in.
Here,
Okay,
is
so
thunder.
if it's by 5s, this would be another. This
Show
would
no
be a
mercy.
10 out of 40.
Is that a...
Is it counting by 5s? That's what I need to know. Okay, it is counting like any one that I get. The door is closed. The door doesn't budge. No sound comes from behind it. Should you keep knocking? Oh, I bet this like pulled some people towards me. I should let's see if we can knock again. Score still doesn't budge, but for a split second you think you hear a faint noise in it. Maybe you should keep at it a little longer. I want to see if the people move, honestly, because I can't...
Keep at it.
I can't get that one guy if he, knock even more loudly. There's no response, but you hear the Major's loud region-wide broadcast. Hey, Drill Master Kalis, do you know what you're doing? Maybe Captain Japard is resting behind that door. If you purposely go bother him, your fight might get real tricky. If you want to kill a snake, chop off his head. Even heard that one before? If you really can't defeat the captain of the Silvermane Guards at his full strength, then there's no need for you to drag this drill on. Well, it'll be Drill Master Kalis. Oh, you can go straight for Japard. I think I'll keep going. Okay, so you can kind of like get the, you can stop the drill early. Ooh.
Who goes there?
Ah, shit. Alright, I alerted 1. I can only get 3 more alerts. Otherwise,
Will forged in
run
ice
out, like,
never falters.
I'll have alerted too many to get all of the accomplishments for this round.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Conflict is pitiless.
I was too impatient.
Rules are made to be broken.
This gives me a bunch of Silvermane guards, though. Oh no, Capard!
Here, this thunder.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Conflict is pitiless.
Is that all?
No, Capard. Okay, hopefully
I'm
I
with you.
don't... I did not mean to do that. Oh, I was hoping I could circle around. Let me just... So if they're looking over there... Oh, I see. I was supposed to go towards them. There's no way. Can I just... There's no way to do that. How do you do that without alerting them?
Here, this thunder. Show no mercy.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
I was like, oh, I'm supposed to go around to have gotten that one guy that we alerted. But I think you're supposed to like strategically alert people.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Alright, so I came back here to get this and to get full health from the sustenance anchor. Alright. Oh, okay, that'll be useful. Another vial there. Okay. We've already gotten the person there. Oh my gosh, 3 of them? One of those is annoying enough to fight, but 3? Alright. Of course, I need to do a puzzle to get through here. I think I just saw part of Gepard's coat. Like, I swear I saw his, like, cape go behind a corner.
Conflict is pitiless.
Rules are made to be broken.
Was that it?
A will forged in ice.
So I guess, like,
Never
you knock
falters.
on that door, and then once you've gotten, like, as many Silvermane guards as you want to fight, you, like, you say that you want to fight Gepard, and then it, like,
This thunder.
it unlocks you for
that
you.
all?
That might be what happened. Or you can just skip
Show
and
no
fight
mercy.
Gepard straight out.
Conflict is pitiless. Is that it?
Is that all? A will forged in ice never falters. Rules are made to be broken. The sanctuary
Between you
is
on,
but a
just
vision.
then when it got hit, it sounded like he was being so put upon, like, ugh, amateurs.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Okay. Oh, it does push you back over here. Okay. I didn't know if it would do that. Well, I don't need to go over here now. Oh, I could have just done that. Made it so much more difficult for myself than I needed to. Okay, we're doing good on the sneaky bit, but they were just transfixed by that robot. Like, nothing would break their focus.
Here, this thunder. Was that it?
You just heal. Is that
Is
all?
that it?
Oh,
Show
another
no
exciting
mercy.
thing is, I think it's tomorrow, the Lord of the Rings join up with Magic the
forged in
Gathering
ice.
happens.
Never falters.
And the exclusive card everything gets like released, and so there's this
Conflict is
one
pitiless.
card that's the one ring that's
made to be
Elvish,
broken.
and they're only going to make one print of that card in the entirety of the game. And so
but a
if
vision.
no one finds it by Tuesday
Here,
morning,
it's
I might
thunder.
be interested to go and see if I can, like, if there are any free card packs. Not free as in like for free, but like single. Oh, excuse me. single card packs on the market, and then I'll just buy like a single card pack, just for like the chance of somehow pulling. Okay, Silvermane Guard is coming. We only have a short amount of time, so we need to do this lickety split. I think it's that way, but there we go.
So that's how it works. We need a strategy.
Yeah, we do. It's called wait until he turns around.
Conflict is pitiless.
Maybe I should have did some buffs
made to be
before
broken.
I decided to fight him.
A will forged in ice.
Maybe
Never
he's right.
falters.
Maybe I should have done a strategy.
Here stands the Silvermane Guard. Give it up. Here is thunder. Show no mercy. Conflict is pitiless.
But yeah, getting the one ring in Elvish is gonna be pretty much like winning the lottery. Because I think up till now, the highest I've seen is someone putting out like, if you get it, I'll pay you $1 million for it. And it was just increasing, like every time people talked about it. Oh, he really was behind that gate. Thanks for sparring with Silvermane Guards, Kalis. The combat experience really is invaluable for us. In doing this, you've actually saved the lives of many new recruits. On behalf of the Silvermane Guards in the restricted zone, I would like to extend my highest respects to you. Glad I could help. Once again, thank you. So about that reward. Oh yes, rumination is needed. Chat with Major, and it should have been something ready for you. We'll meet again, Kalis. Okay, so I imagine if you kept banging on this thing, Japard would come out, and then you could just fight Japard outright. Nice, and we got all 3 stars, so I won't have to redo this, which is what I am very thankful for, because then I won't have to remember it. Alright, so I believe that should be it for today. That last bit might have been a little less talking than we thought. We almost got done with all of the side missions we're missing. The only one, I can't do this until we level up the Equilibrium to part 3. And I might end up doing that off camera. I'm so sorry, but most likely I'll end up doing this off camera. But anyone who's done Equilibrium know that it's like a boss fight, and then you just level up the world, so it's not anything like exciting to the plot or anything. Or at least leveling up to part 2 wasn't. And then so we only have this one side quest. If anyone knows of any other side quests that I'm missing, that are spawned by something, let me know. I'm more than happy to do them. And then these... Yes, thank you so much for watching. But yes, I hope you actually get some good sleep, since it should be now like 11 p.m. for you. But we'll do this side quest, and then we will work on these companion missions. And once all of that is done, we can finally move on to the new area. Which, again, I'm so sorry that I missed recording my reaction to that cutscene. I did not know I would be stuck on the, stuck in it, on the train once I got done with Belobog. I will definitely keep that in mind for once they release the new planet, to not do that again. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all get good sleep or have a good day, depending on what time zone you're in. And I'll see you all again next Friday. I stream on Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have a TikTok that I have been posting on. I believe it's Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. And then all of these get put on YouTube eventually. The raw footage, and eventually I'll actually edit them into shorter, more manageable episodes. But I first have to learn more about my editing software. But thank you so much, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Goodbye.